Hello students, welcome back to the video series for class 11th computer science, and today we are going to discuss about the mobile system organization, which is the second part of the first chapter that we are discussing. So in this video we are going to discuss about mobile system organization. We will talk about all the components of mobile system. So when we are talking about mobile system, it means it is the collection of all the components which makes a mobile functional. So here you can see that one block diagram is being displayed here with all the components of a mobile system. Here display system is there, here storage is there, camera unit is there, here mobile processor is there. So let us start with the mobile processor. So it is just like CPU of our computer system. So whatever role is CPU in case of computer system, the same role is here of mobile system, mobile processor in our smartphone. So here again mobile processor is the brain of our smartphone. It receives and executes every command which performs billions of calculations very quickly. Okay, so this processor makes you that how your application is going to run. Application means any other apps that you are using in your smartphone. So depending upon the capabilities of your mobile processor, you can find out what is the effectiveness of your application in your mobile system. So basically we can say that the ability of processor is to coordinate efficient communication between the wireless data, graphics and memory. So here also the mobile processor is having 3 units. And what are those 3 units? 3 units are communication processing processor. Okay, communications processor unit. Here application processing unit, and here it is GPU, that is graphic processing unit. So you have to remember that here we are having CPU also, but this CPU does not means central processing unit. Here it means communication processor unit. And all the 3 parts are very important part of mobile processor. So let us discuss one by one all these 3 components. So application processing unit works in a similar way as we are having control unit in computer system. In CPU of computer system we are having again 2 parts, ALU and CU. So you can relate that control unit with this APU. Okay, so it is responsible for controlling the entire set of tasks and execution that takes place inside a mobile system. So as control unit was taking care in case of central processing unit, here APU takes control of entire set of tasks. Okay, so it executes the user applications and the related operating services, which include your audio video players, games, connecting to other devices, playing music, image processing. All these things are taken by application processing unit. Now come to the second component, that is graphic processing unit. Now this assists application processing unit by handling graphics and visuals. In other words, GPU handles all graphics related processing of a mobile CPU. The better the GPU, the better the visualization of complex websites and 3D video games. Okay, so in gaming phones this part is having better components. This is okay, so this is having some strong developed features in gaming smartphones. So basically it is related with your graphics, your visualization. ओके तो ग्राफिक्स से जितने चीज़ें रिलेटेड होती हैं ये सारे जो हैंडल होते हैं वो जीपीयू के थ्रू ही होते हैं. तो जितना बेटर जीपीयू होगा उतनी ही अच्छी विजुअलाइजेशन होगी. ठीक है. नाउ द थर्ड कंपोनेंट ऑफ आवर मोबाइल प्रोसेसर इज कम्युनिकेशन प्रोसेसर यूनिट. कम्युनिकेशन प्रोसेसर यूनिट मीन्स it is responsible for making and receiving calls. This is the unit through which we can make calls. Okay, so it controls call making and receiving mechanism on a smartphone. जब भी हम फ़ोन करते हैं तो उसका जो मेन पर्पस होता है वो कॉल करना और कॉल रिसीव करना. तो इट इज़ टेकन केयर बाय कम्युनिकेशन प्रोसेसर यूनिट, क्योंकि मोबाइल का जो मेन पर्पस है वो हम कॉल करने और रिसीव करने के लिए यूज़ करते थे. अब धीरे धीरे इसमें बाकी की चीज़ें ऐड ऑन होती जा रही हैं. तो अगेन इट इज़ डिवाइडेड इनटू 2 पार्ट्स. अब वो 2 पार्ट्स कौन कौन से हैं, लेट अस डिस्कस. फर्स्ट वन इज़ आवर रेडियो सिग्नल मैनेजमेंट. नाउ व्हाट इज़ द मीनिंग ऑफ रेडियो सिग्नल मैनेजमेंट? So this unit is responsible for connecting SIM, that stands for Subscriber Identity Module, to the base stations through radio signals. Okay, so this unit is particularly responsible for making calls through your SIM. And here this is totally responsible for connecting SIM so that only you can make or receive call. And another subunit of our communication processor unit is this audio subsystem. Now what is the meaning of this audio subsystem? Here you can see the word codec is there. Codec is combination of coding and decoding. So it converts the voice signals, means analog signals, into digital signals and vice versa. So the voice signals receives an input through built-in mic. Okay, here our voice is converted into digital signal and it is converted the generated output and sent into built-in speaker. So the audio system divided into 2 sub parts. What is those 2 parts? One is DAC, which converts digital to analog converter. ये क्या करता है, डिजिटल सिग्नल को एनालॉग ऑडियो सिग्नल में कन्वर्ट करता है, तभी हमें आवाज़ समझ में आती है. हम जो बोलते हैं वो हमारे मोबाइल सिस्टम में जाता है. हम जो बोल रहे हैं आवर वॉइस इज़ टाइप ऑफ एनालॉग सिग्नल, लेकिन जब वो सिस्टम के अंदर जा रहा है इट मस्ट बी कन्वर्टेड टू डिजिटल सिग्नल. तो इसलिए यहाँ पे यूज़ हो रहा है हमारा एनालॉग टू डिजिटल सिग्नल. तो जो भी ये जो सारे सिग्नल्स होते हैं दीज आर इन द फॉर्म्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक फॉर्म. तो हमारी आवाज़ जो है वो पहले डिजिटल में कन्वर्ट होनी चाहिए और फिर दूसरी साइड जो रिसीवर है उसको हमारी आवाज़ सुनाई देनी चाहिए. सो दैट डिजिटल सिग्नल मस्ट बी कन्वर्टेड टू एनालॉग सिग्नल. तो ये ऑडियो सब सिस्टम का काम है कि ये एनालॉग से डिजिटल में कन्वर्ट करता है और वापस से डिजिटल से एनालॉग सिग्नल में कन्वर्ट करता है. तो हम जब यहाँ से कोई वॉइस भेजते हैं तो पहले हमारी वॉइस जो है वो डिजिटल में कन्वर्ट होती है और जहाँ हमारी आवाज़ पहुँचती है जब ऑन एयर होती है तो क्या होता है, फिर वो डिजिटल से वापस जो हमारा रिसीवर है डिजिटल सिग्नल उसके पास डिजिटल सिग्नल से वापस से सिग्नल एनालॉग सिग्नल में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है थ्रू आवर स्पीकर. So this is the subsystem of our communication processor unit. Okay, so ये तो हमारे हो गए components of communication processor unit. Now one term is there, system on a chip. Very important term here. इसका मतलब ये है कि all the components which we can see here are fabricated on a single chip. ठीक है, and hence the entire integration is known as system on a chip. ये सारे जो components हैं एक single chip पे इंस्टॉल्ड होते हैं, इसीलिए इसे हम क्या कहते हैं, सिस्टम ऑन अ चिप. तो वी कैन से दैट सिस्टम ऑन अ चिप इक्वल टू CPU प्लस GPU प्लस डिस्प्ले प्रोसेसर प्लस रेडियो सिग्नल प्रोसेसर प्लस वीडियो प्रोसेसर. तो अलग अलग इतने सारे कंपोनेंट्स अटैच करने के बजाय हम क्या करते हैं, हम सारे के सारे कंपोनेंट्स को एक चिप पे हम क्या कर लेते हैं, ऑर्गेनाइज कर लेते हैं. इसलिए हम इसे कहते हैं सिस्टम ऑन चिप. तो इसका जो एक सबसे बड़ा एडवांटेज होता है वो ये होता है कि इट कंज्यूम्स लेस पावर एज कंपेयर टू देयर काउंटर पार्ट्स. तो जब हम एक ही चिप पे सारे को हम फैब्रिकेट करते हैं तो पावर लेस कंज्यूम होता है, लेकिन अगर हम सबको अलग अलग इंस्टॉल करेंगे तो फिर वो ज़्यादा पावर कंज्यूम करेगा. सो द मेन एडवांटेज इज़ द लेस पावर कंजप्शन. तो जब भी कोई नया मोबाइल फ़ोन बनता है तो वो SoC पे ही इसी आर्किटेक्चर पे बनता है, क्योंकि नॉर्मली हम जब स्मार्टफोन यूज़ करते हैं तो जो पहली चीज़ हम देखते हैं कि उसका बैटरी बैकअप कैसा है, उसका पावर कंजम्पशन कैसा है. तो ये तो मेन जो प्रोसेसर था वो हमने अभी डिस्कस कर लिया. अब हम आगे देखते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज़ आवर कैमरा यूनिट, जिसे हम इमेज सिग्नल प्रोसेसर कहते हैं, ISP. Camera unit is also known as image signal processor. The technical term is image signal processor और डे टू डे लाइफ में इसे हम कैमरा यूनिट कहते हैं. पर्पस हम सबको पता है, इट प्रोवाइड्स अ कंप्लीट सेट ऑफ इमेज प्रोसेसिंग ऑपरेशंस लाइक instant image capture, high resolution support, image stabilization and other image enhancements. Okay, so here we are having another component which is display unit. So it is responsible for providing facilities like touch sensitive interface and touch sensitive keyboards. So this comprises our display subsystem. Then another one is our memory unit. Here you can see that memory unit is there, storage unit is there. So memory, when we are talking about memory, this is the same as primary memory of our computer system, means this is the working space of our mobile system. Okay, and this is the expandable memory. Okay, so here this is working space is effectively used for carrying out various tasks and running several applications. So again this can be classified as RAM and ROM. So the nature of RAM and ROM will remain same, which we have already discussed in computer system organization. So the properties, the purpose will remain same. But when we are talking about storage, so this can be used for your expandable storage purpose. Okay, so let us come to this unit where power management or battery management is there. So this is the main source of our power supply for the device. And when we are talking about which there are so many types of batteries available. So mostly we are having lithium ion batteries in our smartphone because it allows high charge capacity based on the size and the weight of the battery. And in smartphone the capacity of battery is measured in terms of milliampere hours. Okay, so it is known to most of us. mAh is used to measure the battery capacity. Okay, so already we have discussed that storage is our expandable storage, which comes in form of SD cards or micro SD cards. So this storage can be removed easily and can be used for storing our files. So we have discussed all the functional components of our mobile system organization. So this is all about mobile system organization. I hope this much is clear to all of you. So if you like the video, like it, share it and subscribe it So thank you for watching.